dive in. Sorry for the delay. My name is Kathryn Ewing. If I have not met you, looking forward to getting to know you guys in the months and years ahead. We're going to have so much fun. I'm filling some big shoes today. So Andrea Rosser does a phenomenal job, and we are tag teaming. So if you guys have any questions at the end, please let me know. And if for some reason a question comes on down the road, please feel free to reach out to us and we can help you out. And if we don't know the answer, we will find someone that can help with it. So this is going to be our getting started training. The first half is our basics, and then we'll move into the advanced training. So please feel free that if you need to drop off at that point, you can. And like I said, these are going to be recorded so that you guys can access them, and we will post it in Partner Code Nation so you guys can have those recordings as well as a location to go to. All righty. So the first thing we want to make sure is that you're in professional mode for Facebook. Facebook is obviously the one platform that we train everyone on. Yes, you can use Instagram and TikTok and all the others, but Facebook is going to be our main foundation. So we want to make sure that you can be in professional mode for multiple reasons. One, the biggest piece is because you can actually schedule posts, and that way it can help a smoother transition into getting this implemented into your everyday life where it's not an additional task and it's fun for you. So if for some reason you do not have the ability to do professional mode, we do have some workarounds where you can actually go through maybe another platform. So again, if you have any questions of something we do not cover or maybe we don't elaborate, just let us know. But for Facebook, you're going to basically pretend, this example right here is obviously already in professional mode, but pretend that you are not and you're starting out, or your people are starting out. You are going to select those three dots in the left-hand screenshot where that arrow is pointing, and then you'll see those options that are shown on the right-hand side of your screen. And at that point, you will then go towards the bottom, and your option should say turn on professional mode. Obviously, for this example, it says turn off because we're already in professional mode, but it's super easy. And this way you can go ahead and be in professional mode. It's also going to broaden your reach as far as the individuals, and your people become followers. And so that way you can reach the masses, so to speak. So like I said, the one thing that's super important about professional mode is the fact that you can schedule out your post. So there's a lot of people that will schedule it out for the week, for the month. Some people are in professional mode and they prefer not to schedule it out because they want to be engaged on a regular basis. So it's your preference, but the professional mode is going to give you more capability to reach the masses. And so, like I said, this is the first piece. We want to make sure that you are able to be set up for success. And if you have any issues, you just let us know, or let your upline know, and they can help you out as well. So our resources, this is a big piece. Feel free to take a snapshot, or if you already have boards, which I'm going to assume all of you guys already have boards downloaded. If for some reason you do not, off screen, we can get you set up so that you can be set up for full success with our boards app, because this item is one of the things that is in our boards app. But like I said, feel free to take a screenshot. So the first step is going to be boards. You'll download boards. That's all your easy step-by-step items, scripts, videos, any educational documents or what have you that you can send to your people, you can share with your team, or use for your own personal use. It is an amazing platform. So again, if you do not have boards, please get that downloaded ASAP. Because we don't want you to have to spend the extra time and have to reinvent the wheel. That's the whole point of boards. We keep it up to date on a regular basis. And we also have our testimonies and our post that we will get to here in just a second. The next item is going to be the Telegram. This is another app that you want to make sure to have downloaded so that you can stay in sync with all the announcements. So our Telegram group, for example, we have multiple Telegram groups, but the communication channel, the Partner Code communication channel is what it's specifically called. That Telegram group is going to tell us about all the corporate meetings, all the additional meetings, your Zooms that are available, any type of recordings or any specials that are coming. And that is basically the one place that I personally love because it keeps me connected, it keeps me plugged in, and it also sends me reminders as they post certain Zooms that are available, but that maybe I have forgotten about. So they keep us on target. They keep us on point. So definitely want to download that Telegram group so that you can have all the updated information. So then we will go to the Circle of Health. That is a Facebook group that Dr. Crystal and Ashley Paulson created. Phenomenal group. We have, oh my gosh, over 60,000 individuals in there all over the world, and it's constantly growing. This is a group that is basically customer based. So obviously people that are taking the drops and in the business are going to be in this group, but this group is mainly focused on your customer experience. So a lot of people will post recipes or questions. There's just a lot of like how to, and it's a free resource. So who wouldn't want to do it? There's also a little search feature at the top that if you have a customer, for example, that's asking, can they have creamer in their coffee? They could actually do the search there. That's a hot question, by the way. A lot of people ask that when they first start out. So they can go in there and they can ask that question. And then obviously you would have all of these posts that had previously populated that will be able to help them along the way and potentially answer their question. And then, of course, anyone that's having huge success as a customer, we encourage them to get on there and to post it and share with everyone because we want to support each other and have huge success. This is a positive community, so we want to keep it positive. We want to make sure that it is only customer specific. So if you have any business questions, that's where you're actually going to go to our next piece, which is Partner Code Nation, where you can then ask your business questions. So Partner Code Nation, like I said, is for business. It's business focused. That's where we are not only asking some questions, but mainly we are supporting each other along the way. We are recognizing every single win, no matter how small or big. And it is an amazing community, has over 20,000 individuals in there all over the world, constantly growing. And like I said, this is business. So there may be some flyers or additional information for Zooms or recordings or events that are coming up. And it is an amazing community. So we want to make sure that if you are in the business, that you're a part of this community and also a part of the Circle of Health. But just keep in mind, Circle of Health is where we're going to add our customers, and the Partner Code Nation is where you would conduct business type questions and information. Our next item is the Partner Code Share app. Oh my gosh, one of my favorites. Our marketing team at corporate has done a phenomenal job, and they're constantly adding and perfecting this. This is actually where you can get your backgrounds for your Zoom calls and look very professional. As well as sync it to the different seasons throughout the year. Sometimes they get creative. There's also videos in there on our products. There's beautiful PDFs of our products specifically that we could then share with customers or prospects. And then, of course, use it for our own use. There's so many things on there that is available to us free of charge. So again, who doesn't like free? So if you do not have that Partner Code Share app, definitely download that one as well. And these last three are going to be Zooms that we have on a regular basis. Highly, highly encourage you guys to plug in. That's really where it's going to help not only your mindset, which is of utmost importance, but it's also going to keep you plugged in, and it's going to help your business along the way, as well as help all of your team members that are current and or potential. So our Coaches Corner is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and it's about 15 minutes, and it's nothing but positivity. It's a word that they select each day, and we elaborate on it. And so who wouldn't want to start their day off with positive mindsets and positive vibes? I don't know. I love it. And when I can't make it because I have a conflict that there's no workaround, I'm internally devastated. So luckily they do record these so I can go back and stay in sync with that as well. But I will tell you that the Coaches Corner is not only for the people that are in our business. Feel free to share with maybe someone that is taking the drops, or maybe a family and friend that you think would really appreciate starting their day off with positive vibes. So feel free to give them that as well. And then we transition to our IPA Zoom. And this is, if you're going to pick any Zoom because maybe your schedule is jam packed already, this is the number one Zoom I would highly encourage you guys to plug into. It's about 45 minutes of training and business building tips with people from all over the world, roughly 300 to 400 people minimum on a regular basis. So it's a huge group, lots of ideas going left and right. We have amazing moderators that help us stay on point and really pull out those nuggets. This is not recorded. The only piece that they will record on the IPA Zoom is if it's a training specific. We don't record this because of potential income claims, but they will do a training. They're trying to incorporate those more often. And so the pieces that are training specific will be recorded and then available for us almost immediately. They're really on point with those. And that is so helpful, because this is definitely where you're going to pick up all those tips and tricks to better your business. And what I do is I'll have a running list of my notes, and then I go and I execute. And, if it works, great. If not, I go to the next thing, but it's constantly that revolving information that's given to us. And again, it's free. So that's Monday through Friday, 9:15 Central Standard Time. Like I said, about 45 minutes. And then our last Zoom that we have on a weekly basis, every Wednesday, we'll have it again today. Today is Wednesday. And it's about 30 minutes or so of training and celebration, where people that are out there on our various teams that are really having huge wins, where they then will come on there and we may ask them a few questions, but also they are able to give us their tips and tricks on what's working and how they are excelling and their business is constantly growing. So again, another free resource. All these positive vibes put together just are going to help us be more well-rounded and also have ultimate success. So this is going to be our social launch. So now we have all of our things downloaded. We're ready to go. And excuse me, our social launch is located in our board. So again, I'm assuming you guys have boards downloaded, and we recommend to post twice a day and post at 9 and 3. And the reason of those times is because of the high traffic that has been reported during those times. Now, I understand a lot of us work, and not a problem. What we encourage people to do is, if for some reason you cannot do the 9 to 3 because your schedule does not allow, pick 2 other times that are going to work. So a lot of people pick like 7 a.m. and then 5 p.m. because of their work schedule, for example. The biggest thing is we want to make sure that you are consistent. So please don't fixate on the 9 and 3 if for some reason you cannot do that. But if you can, we encourage you to do that because of the higher traffic during those times. Now, that's the post twice a day. We do give that to you within boards where we have it laid out for you. It's in order. It's strategically planned. I will tell you this. So do not alter, do not get them out of order. There's a rhyme and reason that they are in the order that they are, as well as their layouts. But within that, we want to make sure that you are posting engagement posts in between, whether it be quotes, or maybe it's a picture of a flower outside, or maybe you went hunting, very simple, but we want to make sure that you're putting that in between your posts so that people can see that you are a true person. And we also want you to be authentic. We want you to be you. We want people to be attracted to you. And therefore, they want to get the drops from you. They want to be a part of your team. They want to know what's going on. But another piece we will point out is the engagement first. And so when you're posting at 9 or you're posting at 3, if you can spend 10 to 15 minutes prior to each post and engaging in other people's posts, it's all about the algorithm that Facebook has lined out. So trust us, it works if you're able to do that, where you can get on and you can like and love and comment on other people's posts. Preferably people outside of Partner Co. We love all of our Partner Co people, but obviously we want to attract and get additional people to join us because we have something absolutely amazing here to offer. So you want to make sure that you're going in at least 10 to 15 minutes before each post where you can have that engagement, and then your post either goes live because you have scheduled it and or you're posting at that specific time. Make sure to use the scripts. That's a big thing whenever responding to these posts. So when you have made your post and someone responds, hey, give me more information, I'm super interested in this, you will then respond back to them by saying, absolutely, I'll send you a private message, or whatever your verbiage is, whatever you would actually say. But I do want to point out that we don't want to divulge the scripts within the post itself. We want to bring it to a private conversation. So when you would send them a script that's available on boards, you want to do it in whether it be Facebook private messenger, or maybe you have their cell phone number, whatever the form of communication. We just want to make sure to not only acknowledge their comment on Facebook, but then when we have an actual conversation with them and give them additional information, we want to bring it to a private conversation. Also, it makes the other individuals, it piques their interest because it's like, ooh, I wonder what they have to offer. Where if you were to divulge all of it right there, they may not ping you. So food for thought. The next one is we want to make sure that we add all of our customers to the circle of health. I believe I mentioned this previously, that it was that the circle of health is in fact customer based, but we want to make sure when we bring on our droppers that we're adding them to the circle of health so that they can have that free resource and they can be involved immediately. And what we want to do is we want to tag them on Dr. Crystal's video that's available in the featured section of that Facebook group. And we want to tag them so they know where to go, so they can kind of have a flow of what this group is about and what they can do to be involved and also have huge wins. So that's first and foremost when you do sign up a customer, to get them plugged in to the Circle of Health group. And then, of course, we want to follow up weekly. We want to love on them and we want to give them all the things for them to have success as well. And we want to develop those relationships so that they can be long lasting, and hopefully we can turn them into a brand partner so that they can tag team us with our business. So then we are going to go through the customer flow. So at delivery, meaning when we're giving them the drops, we're signing them up as a customer. We want to get them started, and we want to get them started with a three-way text where we can add maybe our upline, sideline, downline, whomever that you are going to kind of partner with. A lot of times on these three-way texts, when I add my customer, I find someone that can relate to them, whether it be, a health struggle or maybe their demographic as far as like their age range, male, female, just adding another third party in there, just someone that they can relate with in addition to myself. But it's not just me that they're communicating with. They're seeing that they have more than just me, which is very comforting for that dropper to know that they have so many people that's not only cheering them on, but obviously there to help them along the way. So the first week, we want to set them up for success. So we've added them to the Circle of Health. We've given them that free resource and that guide. And we also want to stay in contact with them because we want to help them to problem solve. Usually within that first week, as they're getting acclimated to the drops and everything, everyone's body's different. And everyone's reason for doing the drops is going to be different. Some is weight related, some is health, some is I just want to feel better, and some's all the above. So we want to help our droppers to problem solve during that first week and let them know, kind of what to expect, as well as if they have an issue or they have a question, we can help and solve that, whether we have the answer or we have to reach out. And then week 2, we want to celebrate them because by this point, they should have some wins, whether it's, better sleep, increased energy, maybe they've lost some weight. Again, everyone's body's different. So we want to reach out to them in this 3-way text, or even get them on a 3-way call. And we want to celebrate them. We want to say, hey, Sally, how's it going? tell me the good news. Tell me how you're feeling. And Sally's going to come back and she's going to say, I feel incredible. I've never felt this way before. I'm having such huge success, whatever it may be. Then you have that additional person on there that can also celebrate them. And again, it's not just you. And I don't know about you guys, but it is so rewarding. I remember when I first started, and it was just, oh my gosh, it was that feeling. It is so hard to put into words, but it was an amazing feeling knowing that other people were celebrating my small wins, especially when I was like, oh, I just lost 3 pounds, like to me, I was just like, it's no big deal. And they made it a huge deal because then they reminded me that it is a big deal. Every single win is huge. So that's very, very important. And then we transition to week 3 where we're asking them at this point, look, you're almost out of drops. Are you ready for another box? Within boards, we actually have a 1, 2, 3 script where we can ask them, what would you rather? I don't know about you guys, but I love options. You give me options, I'm all about it. You tell me what to do, I'm not, it depends. But you give me options and I'm all about it because then I feel as though it's, my decision. And so at this point, we want to have the conversation with them of, do you want the best deal possible? We would love to see you continue to have success. If we go to week 4 and we were not able to convert them, for example, we still want to share, some more love with them. We still want to engage with them. And of course, we're going to keep them on the circle of health. We're going to continue to, you know, develop that relationship because maybe they're just going at a slower pace. Maybe it's just not the right time. Whatever it may be, we still want to love on them. And then, of course, if they were able to transition, that's fantastic. But this week 4, if for some reason we weren't able to convert them, whether it be to continue on another box and or convert to a brand partner where they can get it at wholesale pricing and potentially develop a business, then we do want to continue to love on them and make sure that we're there to answer any questions that they may have. And that is going to wrap it up for our first section. So at this